Good morning students, welcome once again to online video class from Purnachandra Residential High School, Baripada. So today we are going to start a new topic called antibodies from the human health and disease chapter. Okay, antibodies. What are called antibodies? So antibodies, when any foreign substances enters to our body is called antigens. It's called antigen. What is the other name of antigens? Immunogen. What it is called? Immunogen. When any foreign substance enters to our body is called antigens, and that antigens, these antigens helps to maintain the immune system, to maintain the immune system to produce protective chemicals or special cells called antibodies, special cells to destroy the antigens. To destroy the antigen is called antibodies. It's called what? No, antibodies. It's called antibodies. So now, what are the difference between antibodies? So what is the other name of antibodies? Immunoglobulin. What it is called? Immunoglobulin. So antigen is immunogen. It is a foreign substances which it is entering in our body to produce some protective chemicals to fight against the antigens or some harmful substances entering in our body. Okay, that is called what? No? Antigens. So these antigens helps to maintain the immune system. So antigens helps to maintain the immune system to produce protective chemicals or special cells to destroy the antigen is called what? No? Antibodies. So what is the other name of antibodies? The other name of antibodies is immunoglobulin, and the antigens, the name of antigen is immunogen. Okay? So now the shape of antibodies. It is the shape of antibodies is what? Y shape. It is always remains in the form of what? No? Y shape. Now as I am showing you here, antibodies. So to maintain the to produce antibodies, the immunogen is responsible for the productions of antibodies. So now the sources of, now you will be asking me, why the immunogen? Why immunogen is producing antibody? Because immunogen is the outward source. Immunogen is a outward source, that is antigen. It is the outward source, and the sources may be what? The blood. It may be some food. It may be bacteria, virus. Now sources of antigens. Blood, bacteria, viruses, medicines, carbohydrates, lipids. So these are the sources of antigens, and toxic material also as well. Okay, toxic substances: blood, bacteria, viruses, medicines, carbohydrate, lipid, toxic. So these are the, and fruit juices. So these are the sources of antigens. So these are the sources which it is coming from the outward source. Okay, these are the sources which is coming from the outward source, like bacteria, viruses, medicines, carbohydrate, lipid, toxic, fruit juice. Okay. Oh, okay. So these and the blood. Now why blood? Because why blood? During blood transfusions, when a person is donating a blood to one person, when a person is donating a blood to another person, that is what? That means the outward source is what? The blood. It is coming to in contact with the other person. So the blood would be a outer source, and that blood is said to be what? Antigens. Now, blood, bacteria, viruses, medicines, carbohydrate, lipid, toxic and fruit juices are the sources of antigen. So, other name of antigen is what? Immunogen. Now, these antigens will help to maintain the immune system or produce special cells which destroys the another antigen when it is entering to our body. So that is called what? Antibodies. So other name of antibodies is immunoglobulin, and the shape is generally the shape is what? No, it is Y in shape. Now I am showing the structure of an antibody here. So this is the structure of an antibody. This is the structure of an antibody. So antibody having what? No, two chains are there. One is what? A long chain and one is what? No, short chain. This is what? A heavy chain, and long one is heavy chain, and this is what? No, light chain. This is what? No, heavy chain. Heavy chain. Okay. Heavy chain, and this is what? No, light chain. So so you can write antibodies in this way also. H2L2. That means H2 means what? Two heavy chains, and L2 is what? Two light chain. So the two antigens, one light chain and heavy chains, are together bonded with which kind of bond? That is what? Disulfide bond. Which kind of bond? So the two, that means two antigens, one light chain and heavy chains, together join with disulfide bond. Okay. So this is light chain and this is heavy chain, and the bond is sulfide bond. Now, this particular area where the antigens will come to the site of antibody is what? No, antigen binding site. In this particular site, antigens will come and they will be obeying the theory of what? Lock and key. Okay, lock and key process is, so lock and key process is taking place over here. So antigen is binding to the antibodies, and this is the binding site of antigens. Well, antigen, when it comes to the antibodies, the antibodies will recognize the antigen, and the antibodies will what? No, recognize the antigens, and it will digest, or it will dissolve some antigens in the form of what? No, in the form of agglutinations, in the form of the process called what? No, agglutination. How agglutinations will take place? When agglutination. What is called agglutination? It is a process. It is a process when any microbes or nutrients enters to the site of antibody, enters to the site of antibodies and dissolves, and it dissolves itself. The process is called what? No, the process is called agglutination. The process is called agglutination. The process is called agglutination, and the material which is coming in the form of antigen, to the binding site of antibodies, and that particular substances are said to be what? Agglutinins. Okay? The substances are called agglutinin. Agglutinins. Okay? So this is the structure of antibody, and the bond formation taking place between two heavy chain is disulfide bond. From light chain to heavy chain, there is also a disulfide bond. Again here I am showing you that is from a heavy chain to light chain, the bond is associating with there is what? No, disulfide bond. And this is the particular site for the binding of antigens, which is present on the proximal part of the antibodies. Okay, now how many types of antibodies are there? There are 5 types of antibodies are there. Okay, 5 types of antibodies are there in our body. And what do they perform for? Types of antibodies. Five types are there. Immunoglobulin A, M, E, G and IgD. Okay, so 5 types of antibodies are there. 5 types. How many types? 5 types of antibodies are there. Immunoglobulin A, immunoglobulin M, immunoglobulin E, immunoglobulin G and immunoglobulin D. Okay, so immunoglobulin A, it is mainly found in which chemical, in which particular area does this antibodies A are found? It is mostly found in intestinal fluid, breast milk, saliva. So these are the places where the immunoglobulin A, that is antibodies A, are found. That is breast milk. So breast milk during colostrum, when mothers milk, during colostrum, when mothers feed their babies in the initial days of the lactation, and that time they feed with which kind of antibodies? That is immunoglobulin A. Okay. So immunoglobulin M, it is found in blood. It is found in blood. That is found in blood, and the intestinal fluid, breast milk and saliva constituting 15 to 20% of antibodies in our body. Antibodies. 15 to 20% of antibodies. Which type of antibodies? Immunoglobulin A. That is 15 to 20% of antibodies of immunoglobulin A is present in our body. Immunoglobulin M, it is found in blood. So how much does it is constituting? It is constituting 5%. It is constituting what? No? 5%. 5% of IgM present in our body. Present in our body, and it is found in the blood. Okay. Next, immunoglobulin E. It is found in the serum. It is found in the serum. 0.05% is the least amount of antibodies. It is present, the least amount of antibodies. Which one is least amount of antibodies which is present in our body? That is one IgE. It is mostly functions for allergic reaction. Mostly functions for which kind of reaction? Allergic reaction. Which antibodies? Antibodies E. Now IgG, it is a huge quantity of immunoglobulin G is present in our body. That is 70 to 80%. 70 to 80% of IgG are present in our body. So 70 to 80%. It is present mostly in blood. It is present in blood. How? During placenta. From maternal placenta to fertile placenta. During placenta, from the maternal placenta to fertile placenta, when mothers when mothers produce 70 to 80% of what? No, immunoglobulin G to the fertile placenta. The immunoglobulin G comes from maternal placenta to the fertile placenta during gestation period. Okay. Now immunoglobulin G 70 to 80%. It is present in blood. Now immunoglobulin D, it is also found in serum. Concept, that is 0.2%, 0.25%, 0.25% of total antibodies are in IgD, or which it is present in the serum. Okay. Again, immunoglobulin A found in intestinal fluid, breast milk and saliva, constituting 15 to 20% antibodies in our body. Next, immunoglobulin M, that is, it is found in blood, constituting 5% of immunoglobulin to our body. Okay. Serum 0.05% of immunoglobulin E is present in serum. It is mostly functions for allergic reactions. Immunoglobulin G 70 to 80% found in blood. IgD 0.25% serum. Okay. So IgM is the largest antibody. Now question will get arise in this way also. Which is the largest antibody? Now the perfect answer is what? No, immunoglobulin A. Immunoglobulin M is the largest antibody. Which one is the largest antibody? Immunoglobulin A is the largest antibody, and the smallest antibody is immunoglobulin G. Smallest antibody, immunoglobulin G. Okay. So these are the types of antibodies which are present in our body. Okay. Next, so immunoglobulin A, the structure of immunoglobulin A. So IgG, IgE, IgD, IgM and IgA. This is the structure of what? No? Immunoglobulin A. This is the structure of antibodies A, having disulfide bond between the junctions of two heavy chains. Between the junctions of two heavy chains, there is what? No? Joining chain. This is what? No? Joining chains or disulfide bond is attaching between these two heavy chains in immunoglobulin A. Okay? So the two types between the junction between the two antibodies, there is a junction called what? No? Joining chain. Here it is one antibody and here it is one antibody. That is two antibodies are get affixed in joining chain. That is what? No? Immunoglobulin A. Okay? Next. So this type of immunoglobulin is found in breast milk, saliva and intestinal fluid, and it is constituting 15 to 20%. 15 to 20%. Again, I am showing you 15 to 20%. Immunoglobulin A. Next is immunoglobulin M. Immunoglobulin M. It is the what? Largest antibody. Which one is the largest antibody? Immunoglobulin M. Okay? Immunoglobulin M is pentameric in structure. It is what? A pentameric in structure. Which kind of structure is immunoglobulin M? Pentameric structure. Pentameric structure. How pentameric structure? This is the structure of pentagon like shape. It is present between the 5 antibodies. This is what? No? Joining chain. This is joining chain, and this particular side of the joining chain between the between the junctions or joining chain and antibody, there is what? Disulfide bond. Which kind of bond is present in it? Disulfide bond. So 5 disulfide bonds are present in the antibodies of the 5 form of antibodies. 5 units of antibodies are together constituting to form what? Pentameric in structure. That is what? Immunoglobulin M. Okay? Immunoglobulin M is the largest antibody and it is constituting 5% to our body. Next is immunoglobulin E. Here is the structure of immunoglobulin E. Immunoglobulin E. So just look at here. Heavy chain, light chain. Heavy chain, light chain. Between the heavy chain, there is a water. There is a barrier of water. Heavy chain here. So there is one bond between the two heavy chain. That is one disulfide bond, and here is having what? 3 disulfide bond. Here is one disulfide bond. Here is done one disulfide bond, and here is also disulfide bonds. So 3 compartments are present in the heavy chains of which kind of antibody? Immunoglobulin E. Antibody E having 3 compartments in the heavy chain. Okay. This is what? The immunoglobulin E. So immunoglobulin E, that is, it is mostly present in the serum, constituting 0.05% of the entire of the body. Now, the main functions of immunoglobulin E is for what? Allergic reaction. What does this perform for? It performs for what? Allergic reaction. Which antibody? IgE. Next is IgG. So IgG is the abundant antibody. Abundant is that most of the antibodies in our present in our body is what? Immunoglobulin G. Here is the structure of immunoglobulin G. Okay, which I have shown you here. So this is the structure of what? Immunoglobulin G. As we know that is immunoglobulin constituting 70 to 80%. So that's why I have brought over the diagram of antibodies over here. So this is the structure of immunoglobulin G. Okay. Next. Immunoglobulin D. So immunoglobulin G is found in blood. Now immunoglobulin D, that is what it is mostly found in serum, constituting 0.25% to our body. Now the structure of antibody G is having 2 compartments of heavy chains, having 2 compartments in a single heavy chain. Okay, and here in immunoglobulin G, so 2 disulfide bond is present between the heavy chain and light chain. Heavy chain and light chain. That is heavy chain and light chain. That is 2 disulfide bond, and here is having what? A single disulfide bond. Here is having single disulfide bond. So 5 antibodies are there in our body, and they are performing different functions. So immunoglobulin A, intestinal fluid, breast milk, saliva, constitute 15 to 20%. Immunoglobulin M, it is found in blood, 5% constituting in our body. Immunoglobulin M present. So it is the largest antibody. Now serum So immunoglobulin E found in serum constituting 0.05%, mostly functions for allergic reactions, and immunoglobulin G, which it is very abundant in our body, that is constituting 70 to 80% to enter in our body. Okay. Now IgD, that is from the serum. IgD is found in serum 0.2%, 0.25%. So these are the structure of antibodies. Now, cell of immune system. What happens in the cells of immune system? Cells of immune system. Lymphocyte. Which cell is responsible for the immune system? That is called the lymphocyte. Lymphocyte is the main cell to maintain the immune system. To maintain the immune system. Lymphocyte. So the lymphocytes get originated from the stem cells. Lymphocyte gets originated from stem cells, that is hemocytoblast. Hemocytoblast present in the liver of fetus. Okay, lymphocyte. So lymphocyte in the fetal conditions, when a baby is present in a body, in that time in the form the stem cells are said to be what? Hemocytoblast. Okay, this is the site of the stem cells, the hemocytoblast producing lymphocytes in the liver cells of fetus. In fetus, lymphocytes get produced in the liver. Okay, next. Lymphocyte gets matured in the bone marrow during adult. In stem cells, lymphocytes gets originated. In stem cells, lymphocytes get originated, and that particular stem cell is said to be what? A hemocytoblast, which is present in the liver of fetus. In fetal conditions, the lymphocytes gets produced from the liver, and lymphocytes, when the person is getting matured, then the lymphocytes are mainly produced in the bone marrow. Okay, so this is the site of the productions of lymphocytes in fetus and in adult. Okay, now lymphoid organs. What are called lymphoid organs? Lymphoid organs means where the lymphocytes are producing, the site where the lymphoid organs, the site where the lymphocytes are producing, the sites where the lymphocytes are producing is called lymphoid organ. Is called lymphoid organ. So now lymphoid organs are again classified into two types, that is primary lymphoid organ and secondary lymphoid organ. Primary lymphoid organ. And secondary lymphoid organ. The primary lymphoid organs are thymus gland. Which gland? Thymus gland thymus gland. Primary lymphoid organ is thymus gland, and secondary lymphoid organs are spleen, Peyer's patches, tonsils, these are what? Gut associated bursal tissue, gut associated bursal cells. These are called what? Secondary lymphoid organ. Primary lymphoid organ is thymus gland, and secondary lymphoid organ is spleen, Peyer's patches, and tonsil. And thymus gland and bone marrow also. Bone marrow. So the primary lymphoid organs are thymus gland and bone marrow, and secondary lymphoid organs are spleen, Peyer's patches, tonsil. Now why they are called gut associated bursal cells? Because spleen functions for what? No, digestive system. Peyer's patches, so spleen it is present in the gut, not digestive. The spleen is present in the gut. Peyer's patches. What is called Peyer's patches? It is a patches which it is present in the small intestine. Peyer's patches. It is the patches which it is found in the small intestine of which region? Ileum region. In which region? Ileum. In ileum of intestine, small intestine. Ileum of small intestine having ileum of small intestine. Peyer's patches and tonsils. So primary lymphoid organ thymus gland and bone marrow, and secondary lymphoid organ spleens, Peyer's patches, and tonsils. Now, how the functions of primary lymphoid organs are associating with the functions of secondary lymphoid organs, I am showing you in a sketch way now. To maintain the immune system, both the antigen and antibodies must comes in contact. How? Suppose this is the structure of bone marrow. So this is the structure of bone. Your stem cells are present in bone marrow. Now, processing. Thymus gland, and here is Peyer's patches. This is the structure of thymus gland. And Peyer's patches, this is the structure of the Peyer's patches. Now, thymus gland is producing T cell. It is producing which kind of cells? Thymus gland is producing T lymphocytes. Which type of cells are producing from the thymus gland? T lymphocytes, and from the Peyer's patches, B lymphocytes. Which kinds of lymphocytes are producing from the Peyer's patches? Thymus gland is what? Primary lymphoid organs, and Peyer's patches is secondary lymphoid organs. From the primary lymphoid organs is what? The thymus gland. From the thymus gland, after processing, it is producing which kind of cells? T lymphocytes. As lymphocytes are classified into two types, that is one, B lymphocytes and T lymphocyte. T lymphocyte, T is concerned to what? The thymus gland, and B is concerned to what? The bursal cells. Which kind of cell? Why bursal cell? Because it is gut associated bursal cells, because these kinds of cells are mainly produced from the gut associated tissues. So gut associated organs like what is spleen, Peyer's patches, and tonsils. So that's why it is what? No? B lymphocytes. B lymphocytes. Now, antigens is the antigen. So for the productions of antibodies, antigen is necessary. These are antigen. These are antigens. Now, thymus gland, from thymus gland it is releasing T lymphocyte cells, and from the Peyer's patches it is releasing what? No, B lymphocytes. Now, antigens, so these T lymphocytes will react to the antigens and B lymphocytes will react to the antigens. Now, after the division, these are lymphoblasts. What are called? These are lymphoblasts. These are lymphoblasts, and these are B cells, plasma cells. What are these? Are plasma cells. These are plasma cells, and these are lymphoblasts. And these lymphoblasts are associated to cell-mediated immune system. Cell-mediated immune system, lymphoblasts, and plasma cells are associated to antibodies mediated immune system. Antibodies mediated immune system. Again, I am showing you. There is a bone, stem cells are there. Now, after processing the bone marrow, after processing the bone marrow, processing, that is called thymus gland and Peyer's patches. From thymus gland, this is the structure of thymus gland, this is the structure of Peyer's patches. Now, thymus gland will release which kind of cells? T lymphocytes, and Peyer's patches will release B lymphocyte cells. Now, T lymphocytes, when it comes to a contact with antigen, then it is forming what? No, complex. What it is forming? T lymphocytes and antigen complex. Then after division, it is forming what? A lymphoblast. What it is forming? Lymphoblast. Now, lymphoblasts are constituting three types of cells. Lymphoblasts are constituting three types of cells: T cells, T helper cells, T killer cells, T suppressor cells, memory T cells, T memory cells, T memory cells. Now, lymphoblasts are concerned to what? Cell-mediated immune system. It is producing what? Cell-mediated immune system. What? Cell-mediated immune system. Cell-mediated. Which kind of cells are producing? Four types of cells. That is what? T helper cells. These are the form of lymphocytes. So these are the form of what? T lymphocyte, that is T helper cells, T killer cells, T suppressor cells, and T memory cells. So these together cells are constituting to produce what? No, lymphoblast. But in case of from B lymphocytes, when it is coming to a contact with antigens, then after there will be a forming of what? A complex between the B lymphocytes and antigens. While B lymphocytes are getting fixed to the antigens, getting associated to the antigens, there will be a formation of what? No, complex. After the division taking place, after divisions, it will producing which kind of cell? That is plasma cells. Which kind of cell? Plasma cells. As plasma cells, nothing but it is what? No, A stands for antibodies. A stands for antibodies, and CMIS means what? No, cell-mediated immune system producing four types of cells, and AMIS, that is what? No, plasma cells. Or other name of MIS is what? No, HIS. HIS, humoral immune system. What it is called? Humoral immune system. So don't get confused about humoral immune system and AMIS. AMIS is what? Antibodies mediated immune system, and HIS is what? Humoral immune system. Both are same. Now, cell mediated immune system producing four types of cells. Okay. So these are the productions of the cells from the T lymphocytes and the productions of plasma from the Peyer's patches respectively. Clear? Next. CMIS, the full form of CMIS is cell mediated immune system. cell mediated immune system, and AMIS, antibodies mediated immune system. Antibodies mediated immune system, or HIS, humoral immune system. Humoral immune system. Okay? Next, now these plasma cells, how they are producing antibodies? How they are producing antibodies? I am showing you now. How they are producing antibodies? Which kind of cells? Plasma cells. This is the structure of a plasma cells, having every kinds of organelles present in it, like other cells having. This is the nucleus, this is the mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, now these are the antigens. These are what? Plasma B cells. What it is? Plasma B cells. Plasma B cells. Now plasma B cells, and these are the antigens. For the production of antibodies, antigen is necessary. So it is a very important to that the antigen should comes to in contact to the antibodies, then to produce come to the plasma B cells to produce what? The antibodies. Otherwise it not, because antigens and plasma B cells are contributing to form what? No? Antibodies. So these are the antigens. Now plasma B cells, when this will comes, antigen is coming to the surface of an antibody. This is the reaction site of what? No? Antibody. This is the reaction site of antibodies, which it is getting associated on the surface of plasma B cells. Plasma B cells. Now there will be a divisions. While the antigens are getting attached to the antibodies, forming which kind of complex? Antigen antibody complex. Now these are antigen antibody complex forming what? Activated cells. Activated cells. While the complex is taking place between antigen and antibody, forming what? Antigen antibody complex. These are the associations of antigen and antibodies is called what? Antigen antibody complex. Then after that it will become what? Activated cells. Now it will divide division. Due to some specialization, it is forming T memory cells. It is forming what? Memory cells. What it is forming? Memory cells. These are the memory cell. What does this memory cell performs for? These memory cells helps to recognize the infection. Memory cells helps to recognize the further infections. Okay? These are the memory cells. Now, specialization. Specializations. Now these specialization plasma B cells now they are getting accumulated. Now they are depositing the what? No? Antibodies. These are the antibodies. These are the antibodies. How it is forming? These are the antibodies. Okay. Thymus gland, Peyer's patches, thymus gland producing T lymphocytes and Peyer's patches producing B lymphocytes. So T lymphocytes, there is a complex between T lymphocytes and antigens. After division, it is forming lymphoblast. Lymphoblast constituting to form what? Lymphoblast is nothing but it is the constituent of 4 types of cells, that is T helper cells, T killer cells, T suppressor cells, and T memory cells. And there is a complex between the B lymphocytes and antigens coming from the Peyer's patches. So Peyer's patches, from Peyer's patches, B lymphocytes getting activating with what? Antigens. After division, it is producing plasma cells. What it is producing? Plasma cells. As these are the antibody mediated immune system, and this is what the cell mediated immune system. Why cell mediated immune system? Because different kinds of cells are producing in it, and here the plasma cells will form what? Antibodies. And how it is forming? And this is the structure of the plasma cells, constituting every kinds of organelles like other cells. Now these plasma cells will, when it comes to in contact with antigens, as we know, the production of antibodies, antigen is also responsible for the immune system. These antigens will get bind to the antibody site antigen. This antigen will bind to the site of antibodies. Then after that, there will be a division taking place to form what? No, 2 types of cells. These are the plasma cells. After specialization, it is forming also memory cells, and these memory cells will be able to detect the further infection, further infective cells which it is entering in our body. After the specialization, these 2 antibodies, so these 2 plasma B cells will dissociates the or detach the antibodies, okay, called what? These, and the accumulation of these particles or immunogen is called what? Antibodies. By this way, antibodies formation taking place. Okay. So today we have completed up to here. So that is all the formation of antibodies. In the next class, I will be explaining you about the B cells. B cells of what? T helper cells. B cell, that is a lymphoblast, that is T helper cells, T killer cell, T suppressor, T memory cell, and how they performs the function in our body. Okay, till then, over.